24th of February, 1934, volume 33. By doing her will, the creature loses the head, the divine reason, the order, the rational. Jesus is the head of the creature. While I continued my round in the divine will, its sweet empire, its irresistible strength, its love, and its inextinguishable light re-poured themselves over my littleness, that, as enraptured, found itself in the sea of the divine will. And oh, the sweet surprises, its always new ways, its enrapturing beauty, its immensity that carries every one and everything as in its womb. But what strikes one more is its love for the creature. It seems that it is all eye in order to look at her, all heart in order to love her, all hands and feet in order to carry her clasped to its bosom, and in order to give her the step. Oh, how it yearns to give its life to the creature, so that she could live of its. It seems that it is a delirium that it has, a pledge that it has taken, a victory that at whatever cost it wants to make, that its life would form the life of the creature. Therefore my mind was lost in the midst of this spectacle of love of the divine will. My sweet Jesus, all tenderness, told me, my daughter, by doing his will, man lost the head, the divine reason, the rational, the order of his creator. And since he lost the head, all the members wanted to act as head. But since the office of the members is not to have the virtue and ability of acting as head, they did not know how to have the rational nor the order among themselves, and one member placed itself against the other, and they were divided among themselves, such that they remained as scattered members, because they did not possess the unity of the head. But our Supreme Being loved man, and seeing him without the head made us suffer. That was the greatest of dishonours to our creative work. Nor could we tolerate a torment so great in him whom we loved so much. This is why our divine will dominated us and our love conquered us, and making me descend from heaven to earth constituted me the head of man, and reunited all the scattered members under my headship. And the members acquired the rational, the order, the union, and the nobility of the head. In fact, my incarnation, everything that I did and suffered, and my death itself, was nothing other than the way that I made in order to seek these scattered members, and by virtue of my divine head to make flow the life, the heat, and the resurrection of the dead members, in order to form of all the human generations one single body under my divine head. How much it cost me, but my love made me overcome everything, face all the sufferings, and triumph over everything. Now, my daughter, do you see, therefore, what it means not to do my will? To lose the head, to separate themselves from my body, and, as detached members, with difficulty and gropingly, to walk down here as so many monsters, such as to cause pity. All the good of the creatures is centralized in my divine will, and forms our glory and that of the human generations. This is the reason for our delirium, our pledge, and we want to conquer by way of love and unheard of sacrifices, so that the creature live of our will. So be attentive and content your Jesus. End of the reading. The 24th of February 1935, volume 33. Reason, the eye of the soul is light, that makes her know the beauty of her good works. What are the rights of the divine will? How in it there are no intentions but acts. I am always in the arms of the divine will, and although between the intense bitternesses of the privations of my sweet Jesus, that more than sea inundates my poor soul, its inaccessible light, that it is not given to me either to enclose completely in my soul, nor to understand it, never leaves me. Rather, the sea of my bitternesses superabounds. It makes use of it as victory and conquest that it makes over my poor human will. So I thought to myself that all the value, all the good, it seems to me that everything is of the divine will and nothing remains to me. But while I thought this, my sweet Jesus, my dear life, making me his brief little visit, all goodness, told me, my blessed daughter, you must know that we gifted the creature with reason, so that she would know the good and evil that she did. And in every act that she could do, if good, she would be gifted with new merit, new grace, new beauty, and greater union with her Creator. If bad, she would endure a suffering from it. That suffering makes felt the weakness and distance from he who had created her. Reason is the eye of the soul, and light that, while the creature makes her way, it lets her know the beauty of her good works, the fruit of her sacrifices, and it knows how to torture her when she does evil. Reason has this virtue. If the creature operates good, she feels herself at her place of honour, and as king of herself she has order, and in virtue of the merit that she acquires, she feels strength and peace. And if she does evil, she feels completely disordered and slave of her own evils. Now, if the creature does good acts in my will, in virtue of the reason that she has, we give her the merit of divine acts. The merit is given to her according to what she knows and according to what the human will wants to operate. If in ours she elevates herself so much that she does not remain in the depths of human actions, although good, but she comes into our divine volition, and as sponge she dives within and soaks her acts with light, with sanctity, with love, in a way that her act disappears in ours, and our divine act reappears. Therefore, with justice, the divine merit must flow, and since in our divine will she loses the human prestige, one thinks that the creature does nothing, but it is not true. If it operates, it is in virtue of the thread of the human volition that it has received in its hands that forms the triumph and its conquests over the act of the creature and of the human reason that voluntarily comes to ceding its received rights as homage and mastery to he who has received her. And this is more than doing, because God has received the exchange for the most beautiful gifts that he gave to the creature, that is reason and will. With this she gives us everything that she can give us. She recognizes us. She strips herself of herself. She loves us with pure love. And so much is our love that we clothe her with ourselves. We give her our works in a way that we and she can say, we do it together. We will place each other in the conditions that the creature will not be able to do anything without our will. And so much is our goodness that even when the creature does good humanly, since reason always flows in good, we give her the human merit, because it is our usual way to not leave even one good act of the creature without reward. We can say that we are all eyes over her in order to see in what we could reward her After this he was silent, and I continued to think how this divine will is all eyes over us. He loves us so much, and never leaves us for one instant. And my sweet Jesus resumed by saying, "My daughter, my divine will is everything to the creature. Without it she would not be able to live, even 1 minute. All her acts, motions, and steps can be called feedings, servings that my volition makes her, and the creature receives them. She feels them in herself and does not know either who feeds her nor who gives life to her life. And therefore, for many it is as if my will were not for them, and they do not give it the rights owed that it is appropriate to give it. So it is necessary that they know what are these rights of my divine volition, in order that by knowing them they could exchange it and know who is the one who is the life of their life, and that they are nothing other than the coverings, statues animated by it. Now, the rights are innumerable: right of creation, right of conservation, of continuous animation. Everything that it has created and that serves for the well-being of man constitutes one of its rights over him. Therefore the sun, the air, the wind, the water, the earth, and everything have been created and given to man by my will. So, for however many things it has given him, so many more rights it has over man. My redemption, the pardon after sin, my grace, the good to operate, are greater rights that it acquires over him. One can say that he is as needed in my will, and yet it is not known. What sorrow not to be recognized. Now, in order to have the triumph, the life of my will in the creature, it is necessary that she knows what it has done, what it does for love of her, and what its just rights are. And when she knows this, she will place herself in order with my volition. She will feel the one who it is who gives her life, the one who moves in her motion, the one who beats in her heart. And while she will receive from it life that forms her life, she will re-give to it as homage, love, and glory that same life that it forms in her. Then my will receive its rights, and everything that is its, with so much love it had given her, will return into its womb of life. In some, it will feel reborn again in its arms, she with so much love it had created. Ah, if everyone knew the rights of my will, its ardent and constant love, that is so much that while it gives her life, it puts her forth to the light of day. More than mother, so much is its jealousy of love, that it does not leave her for one instant. It invests her inside and outside, from above and from below, to the right and to the left. And although the creature might not know it nor love it, with divine heroism, it continues to love her and to make itself life and bearer of the acts of the creature. Oh, my will, you alone know how to love with heroic, strong, incredible, and infinite love her whom you created and who does not even recognize you. Human ingratitude, how great you are. So I felt that I touched with my hand the great love of the divine field, and I thought to myself, how can one live in it? Perhaps by always placing the intention of living in it. And my always lovable Jesus added, my good daughter, living in my will there are no intentions. Intention serves for when they cannot do the acts because there lacks the one who has the virtue of giving life to all the good that the creature wants to do. and this is outside of living in my volition, and I give the merit to them, not as acts, but as holy intentions. On the other hand, my will is the vivifying, active, and operative virtue, in a way that everything that the creature wants to do, she finds the one who forms the life of her acts. She feels the vivifying strength that vivifies her act, and it converts into works. Therefore, in my will, all things change. All things possess the life, the love, the prayer, the adoration, the good that she wants to do. All the virtues are full of life. Therefore, they are not subject to ending, to changing, because the one who administers life to her keeps her with itself, so that they live together, and I give her the merit of works animated by my will. What difference between the intention and the works? The intention symbolizes the poor, the sick, who not being able to do, they would want to at least with their goodwill exercise charity, propagate good, do who knows how many beautiful things. But poverty, sickness hinders them and renders them almost prisoners without being able to attain the good that they want to do. On the other hand, operating in my divine will symbolizes the rich who, having riches at her disposition, the intention has no value, because if she wants, she can do charity. She can go where she wants. She can do good to everyone, help everyone. Such and so many are the riches of my volition that the creature loses herself in it, and with full hands she can take what she wants in order to help everyone, and even more, without making either noise or racket, almost like light. She silently brings help, then withdraws. End of the reading. There are no more readings today. Have a blessed day.